Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm Ron Mackenzie LaFergie. You guys wanted more superhero deaths, and there are plenty to talk about, so let's hop to it. Make sure to let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for future videos. We read all the comments. And with no further ado, here are the top 10 shocking superhero deaths, part 2. Number 10. Green Arrow. Ever the ladies' man, Oliver Queen met an untimely end at the hand of a pretty lady, and also at his own hand. After being tricked to insert his hand into a dead man switch device, he's left on a plane with explosives with few options. If he removes his hand, the bomb explodes. Superman arrives with his sexy flow, offering a number of options before determining that he'll have to amputate Oliver's arm so he can escape the inevitable blast. But instead of allowing his arm to be amputated, Oliver removes his hand, causing the plane to explode. This death kind of pissed me off. It was just so unnecessary. With all the science and technology available, he could definitely get a new arm put on to continue his heroics. And even if not, it's better to be alive and unable to fight crime than dead and also unable to fight crime. Number 9. Colossus. The death of Colossus was as heroic as it was heartbreaking. With the legacy virus wreaking havoc across the globe, it was clear that a cure had to be made. Hank McCoy had finally synthesized a cure for the virus, but realized that in order for the cure to be activated, a mutant needed to sacrifice themselves by using their power and dying as a result. This was deemed unacceptable by Beast, and he set it aside with hopes of coming up with a safer version. But Colossus, whose sister Illyana had died from the legacy virus, couldn't stand the thought of standing by while others died. So he broke into Beast's lab and activated the cure, dying to save countless lives. This was a really powerful moment. It was an incredibly fitting way for the honorable and self-sacrificing Metal Man. Number 8. Punisher. This one was tough because the Punisher is one of my faves. When Norman Osborn started the SHIELD replacement Hammer, taking the mantle of Iron Patriot, the Avengers were stuck in hiding. But Frank Castle wasn't cool with that, and he took matters into his own hands. After a failed assassination attempt on Norman Osborn, the head of Hammer, Wolverine's son Daken was sent to kill the Punisher, and Castle just got wrecked. Daken basically toyed with him, cutting off limb after limb, ending with a pile of Punisher being kicked into the gutter. It was pretty shocking and really sick. Number 7. He-Man. That's right, He-Man. In the amazing He-Man Thundercats crossover, some pretty serious shit went down, but it was pretty cool. The first issue started out with a bang. Prince Adam was stabbed right in the chest by Mum-Ra, the Ever-Living, who stole the power sword from him. Luckily, Adam was able to transform into He-Man since technically he was touching the sword, and as He-Man he survived the wound. But it wasn't over, because who should arrive to ruin the day? Skeletor. Skeletor managed to get his hands on the power sword, and after gaining mystical powers from consuming Mum-Ra's ashes, he was able to call upon the power of Grayskull. And when the power left He-Man, he fell unresponsive because of his wounds. The Thundercats ended up defeating Skeletor, but by the time they got back, they found that the seemingly unstoppable Prince Adam was dead. Thankfully, he was resurrected in He-Man Thundercats number 4 a month later, but it was a pretty scary month for the He-Man fans, even if we didn't really think he'd stay dead. Number 6. KRYPTO the SUPERDOG. That's right, you're about to hear about a dog dying. Get ready for some My Dog Skip level of sadness. When the Eradicator, a servant of General Zod, programmed to absorb the spirits of Kryptonians, tried to inhale Jonathan Kent, KRYPTO was having none of that. While Superman was frozen in surprise, KRYPTO leapt to defend Clark's son, dying to save Jonathan. In honor of KRYPTO's sacrifice, Jonathan attached the dog's cape to his jacket and became Superboy. This was a super tragic story, made even worse because it's a dog dying. But on the bright side, KRYPTO did come back. When Superman was absorbed and then burst out of the Eradicator, he managed to pull the pooch out of the baddie. Now that's satisfying. Number 5. The Wasp. The Ultimatum story arc was pretty devastating for many fans, with a plethora of surprising and gruesome deaths of many favorite heroes. Perhaps the most messed up of these was the death of the Wasp, because she fought the Blob and he ate her. It sounds kinda lame, but when you actually see the panels of the comic, it is freaking nightmare inducing. And the only thing that helps with this is that vengeance was pretty swift, with Hank Pym going Giant Man and biting the Blob's head off. But still, it was freaky. Number 4. Superwoman Lois Lane. This one was quite the shocker because it happened so early in her time as Superwoman. Following Superman's death, bolts of energy burst from him and entered both Lois Lane and Lana Lang, granting them incredible power. Lois gains similar powers to Superman, while Lana gains the ability to convert sun's energy into blasts. But unfortunately, while the pair are investigating Lex Luthor's secret research on some sort of bizarro superwoman, Lois is killed, disintegrating into a pile of ash. Which was kind of a piss off for a lot of fans, but was super shocking. Interestingly, she seemed to have a moment of revelation as she dies, seeming to see Clark and understanding everything. So something tells me we haven't seen the last of Lois Lane. Number 3. Ultimate Doctor Strange. In yet another gruesome death from the Ultimatum event, we saw Doctor Strange defeated by Dormammu in a pretty messed up way. In the confusion of the events, Dormammu takes the opportunity to attack Doctor Strange in the Sanctum Sanctorum. He basically wraps Doctor Strange's cloak around him so tightly that his head explodes. Like, it's insane. If it wasn't shocking enough to see Doctor Strange die, the imagery of the death, like so many others in the Ultimatum story arc, was just absurdly horrifying. And awesome. Number 2. Superboy. Connor Kent was, unbeknownst to him, a clone of a combination of Clark Kent and Lex Luthor. When he learned this, it sent him reeling and left him in a terrible place, leading up to the Infinite Crisis event. With the knowledge that he could be turned into a sleeper agent for Lex Luthor, Superboy continued to fight the good fight, while the Earth was under attack by Superboy Prime and Alexander Luthor, the insane alternate reality versions of Superboy and Lex. After seeing several Teen Titans teammates die at the hand of Superboy Prime, Connor figures out a way to use Prime's power against him, but the resulting destruction killed Connor in the process. While this was horribly sad, his last words were amazing. When told that he had saved the Earth, he said, "I know, isn't it cool?" It's just perfect. Number 1. The Hulk in Old Man Logan. This one was really sick. Old Man Logan had some of the best art I've ever seen, and the battle between the Hulk and Logan was definitely the highlight for me. After Logan's family is slaughtered by the Banner clan, he goes out to kick butt and take names, and he's really not that concerned with names. He finds the Hulk, who's leading a group of freaky cannibals, and the two fight, with Logan being promptly eaten by the hulking beast. However, he regenerates in the Hulk's stomach and ends up clawing his way out. It's seriously awesome and probably one of the most satisfying deaths ever. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed reminiscing on some of the saddest moments in comic history. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're bringing you videos every day, so if you don't want to miss any, hit that bell icon. You'll be notified when we upload new vids. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie with Top 10 Nerd. Later, nerds.